All right, good morning, guys. Got UTSI popping over this triangle at the moment. What's up, One Life? It's starting to try to pop a little bit. May go here in a second. I'm trying to let this see if this is going to confirm this breakout. The 196 not bad. I'm kind of missing it, but I'm going to look and see. See, it's got room up to 215 and then 224. I'm looking to see if it has a pullback on this candle before I try to get in, because I kind of missed that initial pop. I'd much rather been in at 190, but it may not happen. $220 there. There's still a lot of resistance ahead though. It's 215, 225, 221 on the 50-day. So here's a little bit of a pullback here. The high of the year is 3. Yeah, so there's just a lot of resistance. Oh no, the high, let's see. What am I looking at? I think I'm looking at the max chart. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Okay. 211 is the 200-day. Yeah, 309 is the high. So yeah, there's quite a lot of resistance ahead of this. I'm gonna wait for this 5-minute candle to close. Before I decide to make an entry. I'm gonna look around, see if anything else is going on. Solo, nothing there. See what Mara's doing. Mara's sold off. Bitcoin must have dropped. KNF. There's also some pot stocks I want to keep an eye on, because the House is supposed to vote on decriminalizing it on the federal level. Got 2 minutes on this 5-minute candle to close. Starts coming back up to 2, I may get in. Yeah, I'm getting back in. I'm getting in this. Two's got some resistance though. It's to break back over 2 by the close of this candle. I don't like it's dropping. Just looking for it to push back over 2, but that if it keeps coming back down. At 9 EMA needs to hold. Let's see, 187. I'm starting to crack a little bit here. And now 190 is starting to act as resistance, so that may be all it had, just that little quick pop. See, the 100 days at what? $180.82 is the 100-day moving average. Seven. Okay, 190 starting to build up some support again. If it's going to push back over 2 here, then we're probably good to go. Starting to break through 2. Oh, nope. still $2 holding up as some resistance. That's a bit of an issue. I did take out a lot of the sellers that was sitting there though. So we got this downtrend on the 1 minute, and that's why it needs to get back over that $2 mark. It needs to get over that downtrend line. It's going to keep going down the downtrend line on the 1 minute there. Good morning, Bradley. Target's 220. Yeah, that's probably a good target. There we go. Now we're breaking over 2. No. Because this is, I mean, there's a lot of resistance up to 220. It would need a big volume push, like a huge spike, to spike through all this resistance that's in the way. Now you can see it got held up on the downtrend line. I don't like that. This big upper shadow. 185. I think I'm going to put stop loss at 184. Right below these bottom of these 1 minute candles. Because if it drops below that, it's definitely not going to rip. At least not right now. So I'm going to put my stop loss there. And if it doesn't break out, it doesn't break out. But the fact it couldn't get through this downtrend line right here is real concerning. And we're getting a big, is it an inverted hammer candle. Let's try to say it all together. On the 5 minute. So if it doesn't push back up and get out of this inverted handle, it's probably going to sell off. Inverted hammer. I don't know why I'm struggling to say that. So we got 40 seconds. resistance looking real weak. Yeah, cracking there. So not very much, just a quick little pop up to 210. And that's pretty much all I had. At least for now. And probably it's going to sell off from here, but it's trying to hold up at the moment at that 183. You said the 100 days right there at 180. If it cracks 180 though, that's it. That's going to be it for this. Let's see, it's testing it right now. And you see on the daily as well, big upper shadow pushing back under this 100 day, so it's looking pretty ugly at the moment. I see Solo popping up a little bit out of its little triangle. Not a lot of volume though. SINT, where did this one come from? This is not on my watch list. Boy, I got a ton of lines on this chart. Let me move some of these lines here. What is this popping for? See, at 200 days at 204. This has went straight up so far. Put on the watch list, but I don't want to touch it yet. UTSI still trying to hold up there. Trying to hold up that 180 area. If I can hold that up, there's still a possibility there. CNET popping up. CVGI. If that breaks $5, that's got some room with the 571. But there's not a lot of volume on it at the moment. CNET kind of in this flag. I'll start to pop out of this flag now, but $146. I don't know. What's up, Daniel B? I was in UTSI, Bradley, but it came down too low for me, and I got stopped out. So I'm not in anything yet. I'm not in anything else yet. I'm looking for something else, but I don't know yet I'm not seeing too much Let me check some of these cannabis stocks real quick. Nothing there. Nothing there. Yeah, so the cannabis stocks aren't getting anything off of the possible vote yet. WKHS, One Life was talking about this earlier. It's coming up to the 18 area. Strategic agreement with, so this is a mid cap, but it's a mid cap that could start moving. Actually, if you look on the daily chart, there's a big triangle on the daily chart. Where's the top of that triangle? 1872. Interesting. Be a possible play there. Yeah, UTSI still riding along that downtrend. He was just selling off. I'm gonna take that off. Take Mara off. Oh damn! Solo just popped out of that downtrend pretty hard here, up to 290. So it looks like the EV stocks are getting some attention today. And there's not really it's not really a good looking small cap. I mean, possibly Solo, possibly SINT, but kind of interested in Workhorse here. Although I don't have a lot of money in this account to try to, let's see, 1371 up to 20 in a day, so 7. It's trying to start breaking 18 now. I mean, it has already moved a dollar from 17 to 18. And wait and come back to it. What's the SPY doing today? Get the gold out of here. SPY having a pullback. See, CNET. Okay, CNET still in this. CNET still in this flag. How much volume has this had? It's had 1 million in volume. See, 120 up to 180. 142. So this can move. Just not a ton of volume on it though. That's the only thing. See, Workhorse all the way up to 1828. If it breaks out of this triangle today, that's my question. If it's going, is it going to break out of this triangle on the daily today, or is it going to be tomorrow possibly, or maybe a few more days? So it's like 860 something, where the top of the triangle is. Solo with the big pullback. See, UTSI still trying to hold up 180. A bit of a trend line, maybe. Yeah, it looks. I mean, you're probably right, One Life. It looks like it wants to get up there and test. But this big triangle on the daily is what's really interesting, because you have the initial huge run up of this, and then it's been consolidating for the last couple of months. So if it breaks to the upside of this triangle, we could get another big, huge huge rip like this over a couple of weeks span. Just look at it for a possible swing trade or something. So if it breaks that consolidation, it's probably gonna make another nice move. So UTSI did just break back over the downtrend. Still under the 9 though. Pretty good volume on this still. Just don't like all the resistance that's ahead of it. BOXL coming back up to the downtrend at the moment. Awarded stem contract in Colorado. That's alright. Move all these drawings. Yeah. Not a lot of volume on BOXL though. CNET is popping. CNET did pop out of this triangle, but it still didn't pop hard. There's not really much there. Not enough volume. CVGI still trying to hold 5. We're trying to break 5, I should say. Just not a lot of volume there either, though. There's not a lot of volume in the market this, or at least in the small caps today. FPay getting a small pop. Yeah. This scanner usually has a lot more stocks by this time, and it doesn't have very many right now. Let's see. Actually, my downtrend line was a little off, so it still needs to get back over 190. Had that downtrend a lot steeper than it was actually supposed to be. If UTSI could get back over 190, then I might take a look at it. Let's see what Apple and Tesla are doing today after this split. So Apple is down to 125, now up to 127, slowly climbing. Tesla, same thing, same look as Apple, starting to climb. is SINT. I mean, I'm looking at it, but I mean, it's had 7 million in volume, but it's not moving very fast. This initial rip was 160 up to 195. That's 35 cents. That's not bad. But that 200 day is at 203, so you're gonna run into that. It's not. These are not great setups. They're just not. They're not the best setups. Like, it may break over this downtrend, but I mean, the chances of it actually. Let me remove these drawings here. But I mean, you got the 9 at 183. You got some tops of candles hitting at 184. You got the 50 day at 190. This candle bounced off of 190. You got the 200 right here at 203. And I'm sure if we look back, we'll see more resistance at that $2 area. Yeah, right along there. So it's a lot. It's kind of the same thing as UTSI with all this resistance ahead of it. Like, they're not good setups. And then UTSI fell into break any more than it did. Just kind of confirms my suspicions of today of it being a lack of volume in small caps. Like, unless something comes out with some PR here soon, something else, then it's not really any good setups. And the split with Tesla and Apple may be... Well, that's ripped hard for no reason. No volume at all. But it may be why the small cap market is so quiet. Everybody's watching Apple and Tesla to see what they're going to do. I mean, SINT also doesn't even have any PR. That's another thing. It's got a bunch of volume, or had a bunch of volume, but no PR or anything, so it's pretty sketchy. UTSI at least had PR. No, they did they launched a new platform, but they also postponed the release of their financial results, which is kind of sketchy. So I don't know. Let's look at Mara again. Nothing really there. Yeah, I mean, at this point, I don't know. UTSI is still kind of sketchy. It could go either way. But right now, it's pretty bearish. It's got to get back over. I would say it's got to get back over 190. Before I'd want to touch it again. See, Workhorse may be getting ready to pop again. Yeah. Just push for a new high a day there. And it's coming close to that downtrend line. Yeah, I don't know. I may not make another trade today. Because the small cap market is extremely quiet. So let's see, SINT starting to break that downtrend, but I don't like it. UTSI hasn't sold off yet. So if it does get back above this current downtrend, I may look at it then. If it holds up. If it drops below 175 here, and it may be done. It may sell off pretty hard. So that's the bottom range of the open today. See, where's it at? 174. Yeah. So if it drops below those candles at 174, you can see that one open. Actually, it opened there, but that's kind of the bottom support on this. Yeah, WKHS is definitely going to test this downtrend, it looks like. Okay, I'm just going to move that. It already broke 18. Oh, EDSA just popped out of nowhere. From 8 something to 9 something. That was a pretty quick pop too. Very low volume though, only 250,000 in volume. I'll put this on the watch list for now though, just to see what it does. Because it doesn't have any indicator resistance ahead of it. It does have resistance at 9 and then 950 and then 10, but if it starts getting a lot of volume, it could go crazy. It has went crazy before. see, where's all these? So it's got support at 840. If it could pull back to 840 and then hold above 840, that might be a possible play if volume stays in it, but very light on volume though. It's kind of a weird day. Oh yeah, you can see UTSI starting to crack that support. Most likely that's going to sell off soon. Big spread on this. Got a 7-cent spread right now. This would be a sketchy play. So it would be an extremely sketchy play. FPay getting a little move up still, slowly climbing. I'll keep an eye on EDSA here. This is most likely definitely a pump and dump. Very easily could be a pump and dump. Big spread there. Yeah, it's definitely interesting, Mark. I'm not. If I go on this, I'm not gonna go a lot, and it'd be a little bit, be a small amount of shares. But if it starts really getting volume, it could have a really quick, big pop, possibly. I mean, I'm not willing to risk very much. I don't know, them upper shadows on the 5-minute though is a little concerning. Just the small cap market's so quiet. I'm kind of expecting something to get pumped. And EDSA is the only thing right now with potential to get pumped. Very small, very low float. Just not a lot of volume at all, though. Let me redo this. There we go. That looks a lot better. Nice swing, though. Nice swing on EDSA. That's a nice profit. And normally you really wouldn't even want to play a stock like this without any PR and without a lot of volume. Kind of doesn't fit into what I like to do. But what I like to do is not working today. There's nothing else really possible to trade. At the moment. So I'm just trying to adapt a little bit and see if this is something that could get pumped. Ship getting pumped. A little shipper penny stock. If something doesn't come out with PR, something's going to get pumped. SSNT, that's got pump potential. There's no volume on this at all right now. Yeah, today's market's one you definitely want to sit back. The last couple of weeks have been a little sketchy. It's been a few days where it was hot, and then there's a few days where it's real quiet. And that quietness seems to be transferring over to this week, at least to today. So yeah, if you're taking some losses, definitely sit out a little bit and just kind of watch and reevaluate. Nice, Mark. Nothing's happening with SSNT. It's just doing nothing. Nice. Yeah, WKHS was where it was at. That was definitely where it was at, for sure. And it's actually breaking over that downtrend. Just WK is just a little too high priced and too high of a float for me to try to trade it with a small account. Yeah, the whole TikTok thing it's wild. So I haven't really talked about it too much because I don't want to really get involved with trying to guess which company is going to buy it and all that stuff. I mean, Microsoft's not a bad company, but off of solely buying Microsoft for the possibility that they buy TikTok, it seems a little too sketchy to me. UTSI is done. Yeah, this is definitely done. I'm just selling. Daniel B has some dance videos. That would be entertaining. That definitely would be entertaining. That'd be good stuff. Where you at, DB? Post some of your dance videos in the chat. See if ship's moving. Let's see if any of these other shipping pump stocks are getting any attention. TOPS slowly climbing, but not very much. Yeah, nothing there. Most of these gainers on the NASDAQ gainer board are mid caps. I don't even understand why that's there. What time is it? 9:22? Ugly market this morning for small caps. So ugly. I shouldn't have came back home early for vacation. I wouldn't have missed anything today so far. At least in small caps. WKHS is a good move there. Yeah, I don't see nothing. I don't see anything else. Take a look at some gold, see what gold's doing, climbing. Yeah, all the gold is climbing. That one's going sideways. Well, not all of it, but some of them, most of them are climbing, it looks like. Yeah. So gold's still going up. I saw something this morning that Warren Buffett invested a bunch into some Japanese stocks. If investors are starting to invest a lot more in gold and precious metals and foreign markets and crypto, let's see what Bitcoin's looking like. But if they're starting to invest in all these other places besides the US market, Bitcoin's up to 11,000. So, Bitcoin's overall chart actually doesn't look too bad. Nice climbing moves. If Bitcoin gets over, let's see, this is a crappy chart. Let me look at a chart that's worth 1 year. So where is it at right here? 10, 11. Bitcoin gets over 12,000, it could move back up again. But yeah, you can see that was in March. Bitcoin dipped, but it's been rebounding since then. Kind of the same as gold. I think a lot of people are, a lot of big investors and stuff, are thinking the market's gonna crash this year. Though, this year's been such a crazy year. It does make me really curious, and that's why I bought gold. And I did get the gold bars and the silver bars and stuff I bought from that website, so they are legit. If you want to buy some gold or whatever, the APMEX, AMPMEX or whatever. But it's very possible. I'm not ruling out anything this year, and if there's a possibility that the U.S. dollar might crash and turn to nothing, I'm gonna have a little bit of precious metals on hand just in case. I may even look at a crypto or something. All right, well, great. Let's see, Anamita. Did I say that right? I apologize if I said it wrong. I'm so bad with names. But I'm glad that you're learning at that young age. Like, this is learning this stuff now will help you so much in life down the road with everything. Like, finances is so important. How the markets work is so important. Like, learn as much as you can, and you will be a millionaire by the time you're 30, maybe sooner. Just don't get caught up in all the hype of Instagram and TikTok and all that crazy stuff. Stay focused on your financial future, on the stock market, on all these different things. Learning how to budget your money, which if you're day trading or long-term investing, you have to kind of learn how to budget your money through that way. So the stock market is a great tool to set you up for your future. So good job. Good job. You're doing better already than probably 90% of 15-year-olds right now. Maybe even 95% by actually taking an interest in financial markets. So that's a very, very good thing. That will translate over to the rest of your life. It will help you out tremendously. And EDSA falling off here. So I'm going to take it off. But yeah, like I was saying, I'm not ruling out anything this year. There's a real possibility. If the economy doesn't get opened back up, a lot of stuff is happening. There's a possibility the U.S. dollar could be worthless for a little while. So I may even look into a little. I might start looking into crypto a little bit. I'm not gonna buy Bitcoin or anything, but I might throw a few dollars in a off-brand Bitcoin, because if Bitcoin runs, usually they all kind of run. Uh, Fractional shares of Bitcoin. Is that what? Wait, no. What are you talking about? Fractional shares. For Bitcoin? For one, I'm not going to use Robinhood. uh, I really don't want to use Robinhood just to do that. Eventually, Weeble will start doing crypto too, like Robinhood is, and then I might buy like a little bit of Bitcoin or something. Like I'm not on the crypto train where a lot of people are. Where it's like, oh, go crypto. Like crypto's gonna be the whole world, which eventually I do think crypto will have its place. But right now, there's just so many cryptocurrencies. There's not going to be, if like I don't think there's going to be 1,000 usable cryptocurrencies across the world. That just doesn't make any sense. So I think there's only going to be a small few select ones that will actually stick around for a long time and actually be meaningful in the markets. But that's the problem is there's so many of them you don't know which ones are going to be the ones that stick around. Because the problem with crypto and why I didn't hesitate on gold or silver, but why I'm very hesitant on crypto is crypto doesn't really have a value. Like if apocalypse happens, and this is just extreme circumstances, but it gets the point across. If an apocalypse happens and there's no power anymore, say all the power goes out, then what is your crypto going to be worth? It's going to be worthless. Gold, silver, precious metals like that have been used for bartering systems since the beginning of man, pretty much. So they're going to have value no matter what happens in the world because there is so many uses for them, but also because they've been a universal currency. So that's why I'm very hesitant on Bitcoin. And there's not like gold and silver and stuff. You can make bullets. You can make bullets with silver. You can mix it, gold too. You can mix with other metals and make bullets or other things that you might need in that apocalyptic circumstance or whatever. And crypto is just like an invisible, you know, currency. It's like it's within whatever it is in the computers or whatever they mine for it, I guess. But it's like outside of electronics, there's not really, any use for cryptocurrency. Its uses are neat for transferring money and tracking purchases and all that stuff, but like I said, if there's no electricity or anything, then Bitcoin is worthless. But I don't personally think we're going to get to that point to where the world is going to be full on apocalyptic. Not at least not in my lifetime. But after this year so far, I'm not ruling anything out. So if you're not first, you're last. Daniel B, Ricky Bobby. This is such a quiet day. YTN. Trying to pop back up to that 5 a little bit, but nothing there. Just ugly all around. Alright guys, I'm going to take a little break here because I'm not really missing anything. It's pretty quiet. So give me a couple of minutes and then we'll see what happens in the next 30 minutes, and if nothing starts happening, if it just continues like it is, then I'm probably going to call it a day. So give me a few minutes, I'll be right back. All right. Solo slowly climbing. PSV. No, that wasn't even on my watch list. Yeah, it's had good volume today. Probably should, let's see. See if it shows up on this top 10% NASDAQ gainers. No, it's not even showing up there either. Yeah, nice rip so far on this. Pretty much going straight up at the moment. Let's see, you got resistance in that 140 area. Resistance in there. And then you're going to run into resistance at 145 and 165 atop the cross of these candles. Was it up 74% so far? Yeah, this was you're definitely right about the flag breakouts. This was a nice flag. Looks like a few other possible flags on there. I feel like I'm too late to the party on this. Like I said, you're going to run into some other resistance. Although PSV, a while back, it ran from 80 cents to $3. So this stock can rip pretty hard. Yeah, I don't see a catalyst either. But yeah, these what Daniel B's talking about, it can break your neck. These big upper shadows. When it does rip, it has a big pullback. It gives back most of its gains, or at least half of its gains. So the question is, like, at this point, you know, this candle, this could be as high as it could go, and then it could pull back the rest of the day to about this midway point on $1.05. But it could keep ripping up. It's hard to say, but like I said, I just feel like I've missed the party on this one. I wouldn't want to get in it at this point. I'm not sure why it didn't show up on any of the scanners or charts or anything, but yeah, I mean, it must be some insight and technical, probably institutional investors maybe playing with it. I don't know. Yeah, scalp would be fine, but like I said, just at this point, I don't know. GME and where y'all get these stocks from that's not showing up on my watch list? Is my Thinkorswim broken? They're not showing up on my scanners or anything. Let's see what Jenna B is looking at. GME. Oh, GameStop. Okay, which it does have a nice trend line. This is a, you know, a company. GameStop's a garbage company though. For a day trade, it could be a possible day trade, but I definitely wouldn't want to see this long term. And then Kirkland's. GameStop's going to run into some major resistance at 7. GameStop's made a nice move so far. 569 up to 650 though. Definitely some money to be made there. So right above this 9. I kind of like GameStop. See, break 645. It's going to run into a lot of resistance though. The 650 resistance it's at now. 670 area, and then $697 somewhere in there. Yeah, I got a small cap mover scan. This sways one here. But that's what I'm saying. I don't know why PSV didn't show up in this. I also scanned in the NYSE, showing up now, but I didn't see it earlier. It didn't pop up when I did my initial scan. HHT. See, let's check it. I probably should have just done another scan earlier. HHT on a nice uptrend at the moment. Well, I don't know. GameStop could be a slow climber today, but it has gotten some pretty nice pretty good candles though. Let's see, what is this candle? This candle is about a 60-cent candle, and then this one's a 50-cent candle. So yeah, GameStop actually has had some pretty good candles. I don't like HHT. I'm gonna take it off. PSV's climbing some more, about to hit 150 soon. Tesla, what's Tesla doing? Did Tesla rip or something? Oh yeah. Yeah, Tesla moving up nicely so far. That's not really a surprise. But no, I didn't trade Tesla. I'm not. It's too much for the small account to try to day trade Tesla. I'll only be able to get like 1 or 2 shares, which very well could have made some money on Tesla with only 1 or 2 shares. I don't like day trading that higher price stocks. Brokers are experiencing issues right now. Okay, well that could be why volume is kind of quiet. Oh yeah, if you bought options on Tesla, you probably made bank today. Let's see, CNET popped up again a little bit. Yeah, 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 Dan, you're right. Thinkorswim's finally got their stuff together. Now everybody else's platforms want to not work. Ugh. It just throws the market off. That's for sure. It throws the market off for day trading because you're missing a lot of volume. By having all those other platforms not working. SINT still hasn't sold off. Looks like it's slowly trying to start a trend line. But it looks pretty barcodey. Even though it's had volume. Yeah, I don't like SINT. I'm going to take it off. I don't like the barcode. UTSI still selling off. Yeah, looks a little barcodey as well. I don't like Kirkland's either. BOXL looking extremely barcodey and selling off. PSV with a pullback. This is actually the first decent pullback that PSV's had so far. WHKS is probably... If it can hold up, for a little bit longer, another 10 minutes or so, this may start breaking out over 19, but you can see right now it's still kind of getting held up at the downtrend. Yeah, it sold off. GameStop starting to crack a little bit here. Yeah, so that's probably all GameStop's got because it's starting to curl over. And you got a downtrend that it's on. It's got to break back over this downtrend. Oh, PSV still selling off. Still above the 9 at the moment, but if it cracks that, it's probably going to keep selling off. WKHS showed up on your scans back in June. Yeah, I remember the ID IDX move. One Life has been talking about WKHS for a while. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You've been talking about it forever. He's been one advocating for it. He's been pretty spot on with WKH so far too. What DB? It's on you, One Life. Yeah, it has been a very good runner. I haven't got any part of it because I don't. Just because it's just I don't know. It's just I don't know. I really don't know why I haven't really looked at it too much. But it's got some good potential for sure. But this daily chart, like I said, if it breaks out of this big old triangle that it has on the daily chart, it could make another one of these nice rips up over a couple of weeks span or something possibly. DB's waiting for $10 for Workhorse to get down to $10. Yeah, I don't think that's probably going to happen. It could though. If for some reason Workhorse doesn't break out of this triangle and it breaks to the downside, it is possible it could sell off. But I mean, you're talking about. I don't see it selling off that hard that quick. It'd probably be a couple of months before that would even be a possibility. And then, like I said, that's if Workhorse doesn't break up to the upside. See how Solo's daily chart looks. Let me take this off here. Solo's still in a big downtrend on the daily. It's been testing that downtrend lately, but it really needs to break back above 3 for it to start moving. Another EV stock. NIO. I remember NIO being said back in June, so probably right through here. NI is another one that's climbed, one of these EV stocks that's just went on a crazy run this year. EV has been hot this year, that's for sure. It's one of the very few trends that stuck around. That's how the market goes, though. It goes in trends. This year it's EV. Next year EV might carry over, but it could be something else. Who knows? Workhorse having a pullback. So yeah, it probably isn't. I mean, it still could break out of this triangle today, but like I said, it's probably going to be a couple of days. Yeah, they might continue to hold too. I mean, the EV plays seem to be holding so far this year. They might continue on. especially if we start having issues with oil again or anything like that, where we had that little oil spat. I don't forgot what month it was, but it was this year. It's one of the crazy things that's happened this year. So there's a good possibility, very good possibility that soon, maybe in the next 10 years or so, that there's a big global switch to EV. It's kind of been like a small little switch. But maybe institutional investors know something we don't know. But it's hard to say. It's still early. We'll see how they look at the end of the year. It's a good idea. I'm going to write that down. I'll do a EV, top 5 EV stock video for 2021 at the end of the year. I've lost all my pens. I'll put it in my cell phone. Why it made me sound old when I said cell phone. But yeah, I'll start researching all these stocks now, and then when we get closer to the end of the year, I'll do the video and list it what I think has the most potential. Well, hopefully tomorrow, whatever platforms are not working today gets their stuff together so we can have a decent volume day. XZRS. Oh yeah, you were saying XZRS the other day. Let me look at XZRS. Look at this closely. A nice climb so far today. About a 50-cent move. I don't know anything about this company. See what they look like overall. See, it looks like they IPO'd in 2019. Been on a pretty strong downtrend since then. But it is coming up close to breaking over the downtrend, so yeah, that's a possible swing, mid to long term type of deal there. Like to see their numbers though. Let's see, what are they working on? What does this company do? What drug? Let's see. Commercialized, ready to use injectable and infusible drug formulations. Gvoke HypoPen, glucogen injection, hypoglycemia, diabetes, no visible needle. Yeah, that's pretty. A premix auto injector. That's pretty neat. I like that. I like what they're trying to do. So that's definitely got some potential there. I'd want to do a lot more research on it, but I like what I'm seeing so far. I don't know what you're saying, Daniel B. I have no idea what you're talking about right now. See, PSV getting a little bounce off of 120. See, the downtrend on this is at 132, which is right where it's at. Still pretty strong volume on this. If it breaks this downtrend, I might go 100 shares and just see what happens. Whoa, 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 whoa. You can see it's hitting right on that downtrend though. And it's FDA approved already. Tesla's going back to 1 million. I figured Tesla was going to get a lot of people buying it just because this is as cheap as it's been in a while. Yeah, look at this. Gross. Gross. $30 so far today. Actually, it's probably more than that. 441, 30. Yeah, actually almost $40 so far today. Tesla's moved. Gross. I wonder. Look at this. It just popped up to 483. It's crazy. $186 million. It's a crazy rip. It's going back to 1 million. I don't understand why the chart is all weird on Tesla. That's not... The split messed with the chart quite a bit because it's not showing the price it was originally when it's up to like 2,000 or something, whatever it was at. Oh, I bet. I bet they were. Because they are missing out on a nice amount of money. This is quite a rip. But the thought process is why they're really mad and why like a lot of people are buying this up. Nobody wants to miss out on Tesla running back to 2000 or whatever it was before the split. Like the thought process is I will never see Tesla this cheap again. So everybody's just buying it up. Which could be the case. It might never be this cheap again. Who knows? Tesla is an anomaly. It just does what it wants. And you can see PSV hitting that downtrend line and selling off. So that's probably going to be done for the day. See how Workhorse is doing. Workhorse is done. GameStop is done. At least for now. It's just the Tesla show. Yeah, exactly. They have FOMO, exactly. You're exactly right. But this is what it looks like. It looks like it's the Tesla show today. Probably the eyes that are in the market. And Tesla's made some nice predictable moves. Little flag there. Little flag there. This is an engulfing candle breakout here. You got the little red sell-off candle, then the green candle comes back up, engulfs the little red candle. So a lot of little breakout potentials there of different entries you could have got on Tesla, but it just looks like the Tesla show today. I don't see anything else doing anything anymore. How's Apple doing right now? Apple's still slowly climbing. Not quite as much as attention on Apple as Tesla. Oops. It's pretty cheap for Apple, though. I mean, Apple, if they continue to pay this dividend, that wouldn't be too bad. That's a small dividend, though. Was it quarterly? Yeah, so it's like 320. That's not bad. It's like a 3 or 4% yield at this price, something like that. Look at Tesla go. Look at it go. Just ripping dollars upon dollars. Look at this. I'm just watching this level 2 and this time of sales going nuts. It's about due for a pullback, though. It looks like it's. I'd say if it breaks over 490 here, it's probably going to go to 500. Yep, there it went. Broke over 490 as I was talking. This might see 500 soon. It is a little bit off of the 9 EMA there, but I would say if it does go to 500, there'll probably be a pullback there. I don't see any reason for it to pull back right at the moment. 500 is probably. It'll be 1K. You might be right. Hell, the way it's going, it's only 10 o'clock Central here, so it might be 1,000 by the end of the day if it keeps climbing like it is. I mean, good God, it's already climbed almost $50. No, it has climbed $50. It's almost climbed $60 if it hits 500. And if it breaks over 500, it might keep just going. Who knows? Oh, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't touch it right now. I'm just watching it because nothing else is going on. Usually, we trade smaller cap stocks, but Tesla's pretty much has the whole show right now. Everything else has been selling off. But if you got in back here, I mean, I don't know. I'm surprised it's ran this hard today. I'm not surprised that it's running, but I'm surprised it's ran this hard this fast. But it definitely looks like it's going to hit 500 here shortly. A lot of what I was saying, I was kind of joking about, is like it's early in the day. It could run to 1,000 a day. I mean, it could if people keep buying it. I mean, look at this crazy volume. Oh, did you actually get in it? Did you actually get in Tesla this morning, One Life? Got real close to 500, 497. Let's pop over to CNET, see what's happening. Yeah, there's a nice triangle, but I don't think there's going to be enough attention unless Tesla calms down a little bit. I mean, it looks like majority of eyes are on it. I mean, CNET it might break out for possible. You might really a quick scalp, but I just don't see any major runs happening on anything while Tesla's ripping like crazy. These are big candles for Tesla. I mean, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 green candles in a row. So on the 5 minute. So yeah, now you're starting to get a sell off. There's the pullback. So it got almost to 500. Now it's pulling back. So you got a downtrend of sell off until it breaks over. There's a lot of selling pressure coming in. Would anybody be stupid enough to try to short Tesla today? Just out of curiosity, just for jokes and stuff. I'm just curious if would anybody be that crazy to try to short this? That was a good sell-off, but I'm sure some day traders and stuff locked in a bunch of profit there after this big run. Rocket is tanking? Really? I wouldn't call it tanking. Rocket's selling off, but just having a sell-off today. You know, on the overall scale here, I mean, as long as it holds up above 26, it's just consolidating right now. You got a channel on Rocket between 30, basically. Your channel is basically 30 to 20. It's kind of hard because this is an IPO. It's so new. There's not a lot of information to go off of. But we'll just say the top of this candle. Well, really the channel's kind of there. So 26.53. So Rocket's just in a consolidation channel at the moment. They have any bad PR or something? Equal weight, $25 price target. Neutral, $29 price target. $28 price target. Yeah, so I mean, what all the analysts are saying is basically what I'm saying is it's in a channel between $25 and $30. So it may just consolidate here for, you know, a couple of weeks, months, who knows. But I wouldn't really consider it I wouldn't consider it tanking. I mean, this is a decent sell-off so far today, but it's probably people pulling money from Rocket to put in a Tesla and in this crazy monstrosity of a stock. People were shorting Tesla. Oh, God. Yikes. Yeah, that was the pullback entry right there. As soon as it broke the downtrend. Whoops. Right there on the 1 minute, starting to climb up again. But if you adjust the downtrend, it may not. You know, it could sell off some more. Because there's still some selling pressure. This upper shadow here, you got to adjust the downtrend now for. You got upper shadow on the 1 minute. It's a little sketchy right now. Tesla may have to consolidate a little while. Unless it can break this downtrend here soon. But, I mean, this has already went on a nice run today. You know, a $60 run is a pretty disgusting run. I don't know. It's hard to say. The hype that's on Tesla is the hype is what's going to be. Like, cause I'm sure there's day traders and stuff trading this, and investor and institutional day traders and stuff trading this. Like, there's a lot of eyes, and it's gonna make it unpredictable. But a lot of people, I would say, are buying and holding. Ugh, it's such a weird stock. Tesla's such a unique. NTES. Tesla's such a unique company that One Life could be right. One Life is saying that it's probably going to rip back to 1,000 within a week or something, and there's a very good possibility. Just because of the hype that is on that thing. NetEase. I don't know nothing about this company. They paid out 2 dividends. That's kind of weird. Why'd they pay 2 dividends 2 days back to back? Some dividends back there. I mean, on the yearly chart, I don't know much about this to really give you much of an idea or an opinion on it, but on the yearly chart, it is in an uptrend. I mean, it is sold off, but it just hit a high of year of 517, so it's right here. There's some support right here that is trying to hold up today. I would say as long as this support holds up today, maybe the next week or two, possibly, it could start curling back up and you could see it start moving again. But you kind of had this triangle break here where it broke out of it, and now it's just selling off at the moment. But if that support holds up, let's see, what is that support area? 486. I would just look for 486 to try to hold up as support. And then see where the trend line is. It's a very steep trend line, though. I don't really like how steep this trend line is on it. And the trend line's back down at 475. So there's some support there. There's some support lines that could hold this up. I don't know their numbers. Their dividends are extremely weird, though. Damn, they paid a $4 dividend. The dividends have been consistently growing other than the weird $4 went out of nowhere, but their dividends are still growing. $1.40 there, $1.16, $1.02. I mean, if you're holding this long term, I wouldn't really be too concerned about it. Because if these dividends keep growing like this, it's going to be a nice dividend company. And they've been paying them since 2015. So that's pretty consistent. Eventually there could be a pullback down to 375 possibly. Because you got this area here, but 375 is probably as low as this will go. And barring something dramatic happening. I like the dividend payments though. I mean, I don't know where you got in at or anything, but it doesn't look bad to me. It's just having a sell-off today. Just a little consolidation. Stocks consolidate. They go up, they go down. As long as they're going up, and Tesla's another perfect example of this. The same thing with NTSE. You know, they go up, they come back down, they go up. As long as each time they come down, they're only going down a little bit, and they only go to a low that's higher than before, so they're building higher lows. So Tesla's low, 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 and you've got the stair step up. That's all that matters. And that's kind of the same thing with NTAES, just kind of stair stepping. SPY just took a nasty dip. Ooh, what is going on? Yeah, that's a pretty decent dip out of nowhere for the SPY. What is going on right now? I mean, the SPY is super high though, so this could just be a little sell off. But if it keeps going straight down like this, then look at my phone, make sure there's no news. Looks like it might start. I don't see any breaking headlines that are more breaking than any of the headlines that's been breaking. But look at this. What is going on here? Overall market dropping. Let's see Market Watch. Woo! Woo, the whole market's red except for Amazon and Tesla. Interesting. Boy, Tesla just dumped off hard. Right along with the market, which is not surprising. So very nice pullback from hitting that 500. So where is it going to try to find? Now, if Amazon splits, if Amazon splits, I definitely would be interested in picking up some of that for the long term. Amazon is a monster that can back up any hype that's behind it. I mean, you're talking about a money-making machine. Amazon just took a big dip at 2. Looks like the SPY is trying to find a little support here in this 350 area, possibly. Wonder what that dip was about, though. That was kind of a random dip. Well, alright, guys. I think I'm going to call it a day. There's nothing really going on as far as small caps. Tesla's pretty much got all eyes on it at the moment. And probably could be, I would say this whole week, Tesla is going to be pretty much all eyes on it. Especially after the move it made today so far. So good job to anybody who nailed the WKHS trade with the little rip there. And anybody who made some profits today in this sketchy market. We will be back tomorrow. So you guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe out there. Until next time.